Okay, welcome Wenatchee fans. I apologize for the late start. I was trying a different Wi-Fi feed and I'm going to reposition the camera a little bit. So I touched base with a Boston Advantage player and I might have a better stream, although it doesn't look like it's much better. Maybe it won't be so choppy, and regardless, I'll try to upload it as we are now 3 minutes into this game, 21:55 left to go in the first half. Score 0-0 as the Wenatchee Wolves are going up against the Boston Advantage. Again, I'm sorry that we had a little late start in the widescreen and I was sitting on the floor trying to do some computer changes. As we now take a mid-ice, center ice face-off, it goes to the Advantage. Sorry, I'm still trying to get some stuff put together. As Wenatchee takes this opportunity for a line change with 21:43 left in the first, Flynn going to come out, take a left circle face-off. Goes to the Advantage, but Wenatchee picks it up at the point. Meisel with the shot off the post and back over to the other side. Wenatchee able to keep it in as Beliveau dumps it back into the Wenatchee end, but takes a shot for his efforts. Flynn back down into the corner, battling. Has help with Foot. Foot goes down, out comes Advantage. Right on it is White as he's going to pick up the puck. Back towards the other direction, tipped in by Foot. Boston's going to get to it first. Flynn on the forecheck. And a good move by Boston, gives them numbers. Can't quite make the pass, and they are offsides, or felt they were offsides. That was a defenseman there. Shot taken, deflected up into the right-hand side. Shot taken, deflected by Eastman over to the left. I'm going to, again, as soon as I get a whistle, I'm going to reposition cameras once more, see if I can get around this netting as Boston retreats. Now moves forward, past the blue line, comes into the corner, good hit by Meisel. Player still at the puck into the center, nice stop by Eastman. Comes out, the whistle's blown, but even on the second attempt, Eastman's able to deflect it off to the right, and we'll get this opportunity for me to make an adjustment. Okay, be a little uneven here for a second. Doing some tripod moves. I'll try to get the camera positioned a little better at the next whistle as Eisenbeiss back to Lindberg. Lindberg with the shot deflected off to the left by Boston. Comes back into the corner, lifted it up into the center. They're on defense is Carter. Pass goes across the left side, up into the middle, and it goes in. As the pass came from the left side, just inside the circle, back into the slot, and then goes back to left side of Eastman to make this a 1-0 game with 19:33 left in the first. And we get the face off. Sorry, I'm still positioning. Seeing my coat here. Apologize again, I'm sorry. Trying to get this where I want it so you can actually see around the netting. Face-off goes to Boston. They're going to take it across the middle. Back over to the left side. Shot deflected by Childers. And Underhill with it. Gives it to Bartels. Bartels is going to dump it in. Gives chase. Boston's going to get there first. Tries to wrap it around the board. Underhill's going to pick it up. Back behind the net. Bartels puts it into the corner. Underhill's going to come out with it. He's got Childers in front of the net. Back again we go. This time it's going to go out to Boston. Stuck on a stick, but it comes out. Good back check by Childers. Puts him at the line. Bonacci's going to take over. That's Nusma. And Boston picks it up at the blue line as Nusma is trying to get the stretch. Fogelgren with the puck. He's going to carry it across the blue line. Gives it towards Flynn. Flynn can't get the handle on it. Into the corner we go. Battle there. Out with it's going to come. Fogelgren with a good battle, but out with it comes Boston. Boston's going to make the breakout. Up to the winger. Back into this neutral ice and into the Wenatchee end. White's going to pick it up. Skates the other way. Gets it into the neutral zone. Flynn with the puck. Dumps it deep. Wenatchee's going to go for the change. Foots with the forecheck. Kept in by Parent initially, and then Boston's going to move the other way. White with it towards Eisenbeis. Now to Parent. Parent crosses. Has a man on him. Puck's back into the neutral zone. Big hit right in front of me by Measle. I don't know if it came up on the camera. Back the other way, Ott to Parent. Parent's got an opportunity, 2-on-1, takes a shot wide left. Back into the corner. Boston behind the net, and Boston almost takes a shot on their own goalie, but they still have control of the puck. Sent up all the way down the other end. That should be icing, and it is. Shot taken off the faceoff by Whitman. Taken off behind the net behind Boston, now into the neutral zone, and into Wenatchee's end. Lindbergh's there for the defense. Picked up by Boston in the corner. Helped by Whitman, I believe. Now it's Lindbergh with the puck, sending it towards Eisenbeis. Eisenbeis can't get there. Big hit again this time by Parent, right at the mid-ice. Now Boston with the shot. Looks actually was probably a pass, but it was no wide of everything, no matter what it was. And now we come back with Eisenbeis. Touched by Parent, sent in deep. And we're still going to get the icing as Parent was behind the red line before he made that dump into the zone, and we'll go back the other direction. Wenatchee's going to take this minute to get a line change in. Coming in will be Childers and Bartels, along with Underhill. Fritz and Nusmo play defense. Childers steps into the circle. Face goes towards Boston. Shot taken just left of the post. Comes out to the board. Can't get it out of the zone, right at the blue line, and there we go. Bartels gives it up towards Underhill. Underhill gets it towards the zone, but Boston's going to take control. Goes the other direction. Touched at the red line. Comes back. Nusma goes to Fritz. Fritz has time to look. Gives it to Childers. Childers can't keep control, and Boston's going to go the other way. Now, good play by Childers to get it back. Underhill to Childers. Childers crosses. Comes into center ice. Bartels with it. Sends it up towards Underhill. Underhill's going to chase. Comes in. Fogelgren steps up. Keeps it in the zone. Comes in behind the net. Taken by Boston. Boston's going to go the other direction, trying to get it out. Off the board and to neutral ice. Now they're into the Wenatchee end at the circle. Good passing. Shot taken and a nice stop by Eastman. Excuse me. Yes, nice stop by Eastman as there's a lot of pushing and shoving going on in front of the net. Whistles are blown, and let's see what the result of that's going to be. Into the box is going to come Nusma along with number 40 for the Boston Advantage. Trying to hear what the call is. Hey Andrew, what was the penalties? Roughing for both of you? What's that? Okay, so talking to Andrew Nusma in the box, he says that there were offsetting roughing penalties first, and then a second roughing penalty comes in on Boston, and Wenatchee's going to come in with the power play on the 5-on-4 advantage with 15:02 left in the first half. Scores 1-0 in favor of Boston. So Wenatchee on the power play as we come to the neutral zone for the face-off. Still talking with the referees. Face-off on the penalty goes to Wenatchee. Fritz is going to take it behind the net. Good pressure by Boston as we break it out. On the move, comes over to Eisenbeis. Eisenbeis touches it, sends it into the zone. Right in front of the net. Bad board hop, but Boston's going to put it right off the net, and we're going to have another face-off, this time in the Boston end. Sorry, face-off goes to Wenatchee. Fritz takes it at the point. He's able to gather it back in after the misplay there. Sends it into the corner. Ott's there with it. He's going to look all the way across. Looking for Eisenbeis. Can't quite get it there. Whistle blown softly from the corner. I believe the net's come off, and that's what it is. Net comes off the post, and we get the whistle. We'll have another face-off. Boston's going to take this opportunity to put in a line change. Wenatchee's going to stay with the same crew of 5. Face-off goes to Wenatchee, back over to Measle. Measle sends it to Fritz. Fritz with the shot just to the right and back over to Eisenbeis. Eisenbeis steps up top of the circle, looking for the back door. Gets the shot off, deflected to the left and picked up by Fritz. Another opportunity, and Wenatchee gets it in. As it comes up, the shot's there. Parent picks it up right in front of the net and puts it up into the upper right-hand corner for a power play goal to tie this up at 14:06 left in the first half. After the goal, Childers is going to come in for the face-off. Still waiting to get the penalty off the board. It's gone. Steps in now. Referee gets ready. Comes out. Boston's going to take control off the face-off. Now they're going to move into the Wenatchee end. Good pass as they go by Lindbergh, or good move as they go by Lindbergh. Shot taken, deflected off in front of the net to the left. Picking it up is Underhill. He's got Childers on the run. Comes across himself, dumps it in. And there's an interference there, not called. And it is, finally, it is called. Interference comes in. Wenatchee's going to be back on the power play as Boston tries to take Underhill out as he dumps that puck. So 13:47 in the first half as Wenatchee is now on the power play once again. Coming in for a neutral zone face-off is Parent. He's going to have Eisenbeis and Ott on his wings. Measle and Fritz on the defense. Puck goes down, comes back. Wenatchee's going to have control. Fritz goes back to Measle. Measle turns around, has to retreat back to his own end. Back behind the net, turns around. off the board, touched right here in front of me on mid-ice by Parent, and then goes back and Boston's in control. They send D, come back into the corner, and they're gonna put it all the way back down to the other end. Eastman's gonna stop it behind the net, pressure's coming, but Miesel's gonna take it the other direction. He comes out, two-man pressure on this defense for Boston, as Eisenbeis takes it in all the way around and behind the net. Oh, in front is a good pass by Eisenbeis, but no one's there to pick it up. Other end we go, and Wenatchee's gonna have to reset. This time it's Fritz. Fritz gets it taken away from him right at the circle and has to make a play. Miesel trying to help out. Boston behind the net. And Miesel finally puts him down on the ice and takes control again. 1:04 left in the power play as Fritz sends it towards Eisenbeis. Eisenbeis can't get the handle on it, and Boston's going to put him back behind the net once again. Then a little misplay on the defense by Wenatchee gives Boston the puck in their own end again, and time is going off. Picked up by Childers. Childers is going to skate it. He's got a man open. He can't find him, and dumps it off to Miesel. Miesel's going to send it back towards Childers, and it's an errant pass. Goes back to Boston. Sent all the way down. Wenatchee's got 30 more seconds in this power play. Let's see if they can actually do something with it. Taken up by Carter. He's going to skate it into the neutral zone. Pressure. Triz it to Childers at the blue line, and once again, Boston's going to get the puck. Ten seconds left in the power play as Lindbergh turns around. Puck's deflected. Wenatchee's going to have to come out with a different breakout on the power play. This two-man forecheck by Boston is just taking advantage of the play that Wenatchee's trying to run. They're going to have to come to something different because what we're doing is not working right now. As Boston is now back to 5-on-5 hockey. From point to point, they come to the top of the circle. Shots dumped in, deflected off to the left, and back into the left point. Again shot, this time off of Childers' feet, and sent in deep. Wenatchee looks like they need to get a spark because they're not playing very well right now. As Boston takes the puck once again, goes back to the circle. Deflected by Childers up in the air. Boston with it at the boards. Comes back into the corner as they rotate through. Comes up to the right point. Shot taken, deflected over to the right. Bartels is kind of there and can't get to the puck. Off another foot, this time it's going to be Underhill. Underhill's going to skate it up himself as Wenatchee gets a change. Sent back deep into the corner. Pops right back out. And Boston's quickly comes back into the Wenatchee end. White on the plate on the puck. Sit up to the point. Now back into the corner behind the net, taken out again by Boston. Flynn with some physical play. That's a high stick, not called. And just barely off to the left post goes that shot as Wenatchee sends it down the other end for the icing. Should be icing, and it is. And they'll go ahead and change once again. .10:18 left in the first period. 1-1 is the score. Tie game between the Boston Advantage and the Wenatchee Wolves. Flynn with the faceoff. Comes out. He has control and a backhanded shot. Deflected nicely to the right by Eastman. Comes back into the corner. Picked up by Boston, and another good stop by Eastman as he gets the right leg out there in time to deflect it off to the left and save a goal on what looked like to be an open net. Popped into the neutral zone on chase as Fogelgren. Good play by him as he's trying to come in and make a play, putting a lot of pressure on Boston. Good spark there by Wenatchee. Should be a penalty, I thought, from hit from behind, but not called at the blue line. Boston has the puck. Skates it past mid-ice, touched by White, and now back into the corner. Out into neutral ice, picked up by Boston. They retreat back into their zone, send it towards the middle. Good play by Whitman, separates the puck. Now Fogelgren with it, sends it back. Kind of a dangerous play as the Boston was shooting in, but no worse for the wear as the puck goes down behind the Wenatchee net. Good play by Parent And he's able to get it into neutral zone. Picked up there by Ott. Ott skates it in, and he takes a big hit at the blue line as he's dumping it into the back end of the Boston net. Measle there with defense, and we get the whistle. On what should be a neutral zone face-off. Let me check 1 second. Andrew, what time do you come back in? 4:06? So we're going to have Andrew Newsom is going to be in the box on that misconduct. Excuse me, on that roughing till 4:06 left in the first. It's 8:55 right now. 1-1 still scores. Boston has it behind the net. They come out to the left. Off the board, dumped up. Measles there. Wenatchee picks it back up, sends it from Eisenbeis towards Ott into the corner. Boston gets there first, back behind their own net. And they get it into the neutral zone. Moving forward with it. Defense there by Fritz. Fritz is able to send it to the board. Boston will pick it up. Behind the net, good play. As Measle comes out with it, sends it to Eisenbeis. Eisenbeis skates it up. He sends it on a pass towards the neutral zone, picked up by Boston. Boston retreats into their own end. Dumps it into the neutral zone, looking, skates it himself, and it's taken out by Measle and Underhill, and back into the corner we go. Now it's behind the net. Again into the board on the corner, off the referee. Move to the left side. Measle there with the defense. And Boston out in front. Shot taken, deflected off to the right. And Boston recovers, now point to point. Shots taken and into the glove of Eastman at 7:37 for the whistle. Childers in for the face-off after that. Comes back to Wenatchee, picked up by Lindbergh, and then taken by Boston. Shot right in front of the net, deflected by Eastman. Another shot deflected by the defense in front. Underhill making his way towards the puck, can't get to it, but Carter could get a foot and Boston on it, and Boston's going to take it into the neutral zone and reset. Top of the circle, shot just to the left. Boston recovers at the point, dumped back in, and behind the net. Lindbergh's going to go there for the defense, puts it off the board. Boston's the first one there. Childers on the defense in the corner. Wenatchee comes out with it, sends it across. Now Carter's got it. Taken in, shot taken, deflected off to the right and covered by the Boston goalie, and we'll get a whistle once again. Wenatchee will take this opportunity to get a change. Flynn in for the faceoff. He steps up to the circle, comes back out to White. White with the one-timer, deflected off the defense on the shin pad. Boston going the other way. Whitman falls down, gives the opportunity for numbers for Boston. They can't convert. Comes back out. Good deflection by Beliveau. Now Boston has to step up. Shot from the point, deflected twice as it comes in and then off to the left. Flynn with the puck. He makes a good move, gets it into neutral zone. He's got numbers on a 3-on-2, takes the shot, deflected off the left. Beliveau's going to get to it. Beliveau sends it towards the middle, up in front of the net. Oh, and almost scored by the defenses. He misplays it just a little bit. Stretch pass by Boston, gets them numbers. Comes back across. Great stop by Eastman as he comes across on that play across his face and is able to put his leg pad down as they were trying to go through the 5-hole, but he took a shot on the head and is still sitting. Gets up after just taking a second to recover, shakes his head, and he says he's ready to play. Parent with the face-off. Boston takes it, top of the circle, goes to the point, now to the other point. Shot, hit, off to the left. Out from the corner comes Wenatchee. They get it out of the zone. Good play by Eisenbeis. Eisenbeis crosses the line. He's got Ott, takes the shot. It was a good shot, but the glove comes up, and the Boston goalie is able to make the stop on a good shot by Eisenbeis. He comes across from the other end. Parent again with the face-off, comes out. Boston's going to take the puck. They skate it into neutral ice, dump it in. Measel's now on the defense. He comes in with the hit, and Boston continues to have the puck, but it's taken immediately by Eisenbeis. Eisenbeis sends it to Parent. Parent to Ott. Ott crosses and dumps it in deep. Parent on chase, gets to the puck. He's behind the net, and we're going to get a whistle as Ott goes down onto the board, onto the ice in front of the board, and the player from Boston's going to put the cross check into his back as he's laying down. And we're having a little conversation between the player and the referee as Childers steps in on the power play with 5:22 left. Comes back out, controlled initially by Carter, taken by Boston, and now they're in numbers on the Wenatchee end. Wenatchee recovers, gets the puck, deflected up and into the rafters, and we'll get a whistle and a penalty too. Penalty's going to go against Carter for the hold. And Carter's going to go to the box with 5:12, and we'll be in 4-on-4 hockey as he's called for the hold immediately into that power play. And we had a little delay as Parent didn't realize we were 4-on-4 as he was going to go out on the power play, but Wenatchee doesn't have one. This out in front of the net comes Boston. They take the shot, and a flying Eisenbeis, I believe, dives in front of it and deflects it just to the right. Now we're into the corner. Measel comes in with the big hit, picked up by Eastman as he covers to draw the whistle. 4:52 left in the first half. The Boston advantage penalty has 1:29 left in it, and Wenatchee has 1:41 left in theirs. About 46 seconds left until we'll get Andrew Newsma back on a whistle as the puck goes into the corner off the faceoff. Boston takes control, and they're at the point, goes to the other side, steps back, takes a look, and sends back to his partner. Right up in the high slot, shot taken, deflected off to the front of the net, to the left. Picked up by Ott, given to Eisenbeis, now back to Ott. He lifts it up, and Boston sends it back into the neutral zone. Pass comes across, good play by Eisenbeis to knock it away. Ott has it now, sends it towards White. White with a good play to get it, but a nice stick by Boston. Sends it the other direction. They come back into the corner, 50 seconds left in Boston's penalty. 4:11 left in the first half. Into the corner, we're in a battle, out with it's gonna come Wenatchee as Measel picks it up, sends it to Ott. Ott's gonna get up to the red line, sends it across as Wenatchee gets the change in. Good play by Boston as they come across, make the move, and can't get to the other side of the puck or net as it goes wide right, and now back to the other direction. Boston still with the puck. Into the corner. Sends it the other way. Wenatchee can't quite get there. 3:28, if we can get a whistle, we'll get Andrew Newsma back into this game. Boston now on the power play for 10 seconds as Wenatchee covers it up. Lindbergh into the corner. And Wenatchee sends it all the way to the other end, and that's 5-on-5 hockey. Skating with it is Boston as they step up. Shot taken off the glove of Eastman and back into the corner. Battle by Wenatchee. In the corner, out with it's going to come Boston as the puck goes all the way back into their end. Stolen by Eisenbeis, taken quickly back by Boston. They send it behind their own net. First person to get there is Eisenbeis. He makes a move. Stick comes out. Puck comes over to the right. Boston comes in again in front of me. Good move, stopped by White. Good defense there by him. Comes towards the point, picked up by Wenatchee. And referee got into his skates and stopped an opportunity by Wenatchee. It goes back into their end. And on the play, on a wraparound, Boston backhands on a spinning play and is able to take it off of Eastman's stick and back up into the right corner to score a second goal for the advantage in this contest. 1:57 left to play in the first half. Boston takes the face-off, comes in towards the Wenatchee end after the goal. Wenatchee takes the puck. Underhill's got it. Now in a battle on the board. Back towards the corner. Measles there. He sends it back towards Underhill. Underhill can't get the handle on it, but does a good play to knock it into the Boston end. Puck comes off the board. Now Underhill with it. He's going to take it into the Boston end and taken right back out by Boston. All the way over towards the right end of the slot. Shot taken, covered by Eastman, and we'll get a whistle. 1:17 left in the first half. Shot taken off the faceoff, deflected up into the netting, and we'll come back and do it again. This faceoff goes to Boston. At the blue line, they misplay it. Have to step into the neutral zone. Comes all the way back to their end, sends it across. Pressure by Beliveau. Touched by Boston and sent into the corner. Eastman there to touch it, gives it to Nusma. Nusma skates around. Boston takes the puck back right at the board, but a good play. As an open net there was for Boston, but the puck goes behind the man and he can't make the shot. Another misplay by Wenatchee, sends it to the other end. And Nusma comes up to get there. Fogelgren now with the puck. And Boston comes up with it. Going to the other side, towards the center. Fogelgren touches it. Now just inside the blue line, deflected again, this time by Flynn. And Beliveau puts it off the board, can't get it out of the zone. Now Flynn has it once again. Pass over to Fogelgren. Fogelgren's going to carry it in. 4 Boston Advantage players there. They're going to go back the other direction. Shot taken, comes across the face of Eastman, goes off to the left. Now Fogelgren with it with 4 seconds left in the half, taken from him, and Fogelgren has to get into a battle as time expires, and that'll be it for the first half of this contest. So scores 2-1 in favor of the Boston Advantage with 1/2 of this game played. We'll take about a 10-minute break as the Zamboni's going to come out and clean the ice. You'll notice a little bit of a camera movement as I'm going to try to readjust and get a better camera angle once more. So just bear with me. And the teams have reached the ice for the start of the second half. The refs have blown the whistle. It says it's time to play. We've got 25 minutes on the clock. Nets are in place. Team has done a short little warm-up. 2-1 is the score in favor of the Boston Advantage. Wenatchee has sent their players to start the second half. And that'll be Fritz and Nusma playing on the back end with Ott, Eisenbeis, and Parent playing in the forward positions. And Boston's going to come out. They're ready to play as well. Parent enters the circle. Nusma takes his spot. Referees are ready to go, and puck's dropped. Wenatchee's going to take control of this to start the second half. Give it back to Nusma. He gives it to Fritz, sends it into his skates, and Boston takes the puck back. Should have a little bit better of an angle for this as Boston sends one out in front, but it goes all the way back into their end. Giving chase is Ott. He's on the pressure, back behind the net goes Boston. They stop, turn around, go the other direction. Good forecheck by Wenatchee, and the pass goes all the way to the end, touched by Boston right at the blue line. And Nusma comes up, trying to get to it. And an easy goal for the Boston Advantage as they send the puck across to the front, and there's two Boston players right in front of the net, standing in front of Eastman. And they take it, make a move, find the open net, and make this a 3-1 game with 24-22 left to go. After the goal, Childers is going to step in. He's going to take this face off. Comes in, he gives it back to White. White's going to step in, looks, trying to get Lindbergh, and he takes a hell of a hit right at the red line, and that's going to be a whistle for the elbow to the head. And Wenatchee's going to be on the power play. Referees are going to call it in. Let's see what goes up on the board. Goes over to the Wenatchee end. Still discussing it with the and it's going to be a 2-10. As two players come to the penalty box for Boston. Still trying to get the penalty up on the board. 24-14 left in the second half. There goes the 2 minutes. So penalty is going to be a head contact, and it's going to be a 2-10 as Wenatchee takes control of the puck on the faceoff. Boston trying to get it out. Has the puck, moves it in off the board, goes to Fritz. Fritz drops it down, sends it back towards Nusma. Nusma retreats, comes into the circle, takes a look, goes back to Fritz. Fritz comes up to Eisenbeis. Eisenbeis moves across the blue line, sets up the power play. Back towards the point, picked up by Fritz. Fritz sends it back deep, right to a Boston man. And they're going to have it and go the other way. Neutral zone picked up by Fritz. He sends to Eisenbeis. Eisenbeis goes all the way across towards Nusma. Nusma skates past mid-ice and into the zone. Puts a pass in off of Ott's foot, and Wenatchee has to retreat back in behind the net. Fritz with the puck as he sets up. Touched by Measle and sent back the other way. Measle with it. He goes all the way over towards Childers. He touches it. Childers is on his horse. Gets to the puck first, but taken by Boston. Boston with numbers on the penalty kill as it comes up, deflected by Eastman off to the left. Boston now with the puck again. Good pass, but goes off the skate and now the other direction. Bartels has got an opportunity. And Boston again with numbers heading back on the power play. Penalty kill, deflected by Eastman off the left, Underhill with it. Underhill looking for Childers, gets it in front of him, and Boston's going to take it. 2 minutes left in the penalty, and it's expired. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Lindbergh now has it, looking for the zone, jumps it off the board, Boston picks it up. Boston going the other way, lifts it up into the Wenatchee end, Whitman on defense. Shot taken, deflected off into the middle by Eastman. Eastman's tripped and cannot get up. Now 2 numbers, pass goes from Flynn to Belleville, Belleville can't get hold of it. At the line, dumped in. Eisenbeis Foot with the backhand, goes off to the left. Good pass there by Whitman, I believe, to get set up that now. Boston has numbers. Comes from the top of the circle. Shot goes in on the left post to make this 4-1 with 21:11 left in the second half. Nice shot from the top of the post by Boston, top of the circle by Boston. Goes just inside the left post, making this a 4-1 game. Eisenbeis with an opportunity, moves in front. And Eisenbeis comes in, drives towards the net, and from the left slot, lifts one up over the leg pad of the goalie and makes this 4-2, 11 seconds after the goal by Boston. As I'm distracted, as Eastman and McKelvey are having a discussion, I was trying to figure out what was going on there as he'd come to the bench. Parent with the face-off after the goal, picked up by Eisenbeis. Eisenbeis sends it towards the left side, picked up by Boston. Fritz now with it, back towards the corner in front of the net, and he's going to skate it up himself. Poke check by Boston, and a shot taken, grabbed by the Boston goalie and sit down on the left side. Boston's going to go the other way. Into the neutral zone, out in front of the net. Now behind the net, Fritz touches it, trying to get it out. Coming towards it is Ott. Fritz now picks it up again. Childers gets it out. Boston into the neutral zone, sends it towards Eastman. Eastman shoves it off to the left. Measle there, off the board, towards Underhill. Underhill puts it off the board. Childers has got an opportunity. As he comes across the front, he's at the circle, back pass, and it's deflected by Boston. Good thought. Sent back into the zone. Now Boston's going to carry it through. Forecheck by Wenatchee, comes in off the board and into the neutral zone. Kicked by Measle. Measle's going to step up. Boston into the neutral zone. Picked up by Wenatchee, taken by White. White comes in around the corner. Underhill's there. Pressure on in front of the net. Shot taken, stopped by Eastman initially, and then it goes down. And on the rebound, they're able to shove it in underneath Eastman's outstretched foot and score the 5th goal of the game for the Boston Advantage. 19:36 left in the second half. Score is now 5-2. Flynn in after the goal for the face-off, steps up. Bounced off an Advantage player, and they're going to take the control. Neutral zone, tipped by both players, deflected up, and now it's into the Wenatchee end. Carter with the defense behind the net, now Lindbergh. Boston goes into the corner, now towards the back of the net. Oh, and a good stop by Eastman as it comes up into his feet. He's able to push it off to the left. As Boston takes it in the neutral zone, steps back one step too far and sends it towards the corner for the icing. Go back towards the other end as Wenatchee gets a line change. 19:07 left in the second half. Scores 5-2. Parent with the face-off. He takes it himself, sends it towards the goalie for Boston, and now it bounces into the corner. Pass goes into the neutral zone, carried into the Wenatchee end by Boston. Kept into the zone. Now we have a scrum here as Ott is taken to the ice. And we're going to have offsetting roughing penalties, it looks like. And I'm waiting to see if there's more to this call. And it looks like there's two players coming off for Boston. And let's see what the call is going to be. Wenatchee's on the power play here. There's nothing on the board. Oh, wait. There's no time on the clock. A lot of talk going on the ice as the players from the Boston bench are talking out towards Underhill. He's giving them some words back as Wenatchee's on the power play now. Puck comes out, goes back towards the Boston end. Martells is going to pick it up. He takes the shot, deflected off behind the net. Goes the other direction. Carter's going to get to it. Starts setting up the offense. Now behind the net, looking. Good defense by Boston. Out with it. Behind the net is Childers. Childers steps up, takes a shot, deflected off the post, and get the whistle. And I'm not sure what the whistle was for as the puck was loose. And Childers steps in for it again. 1:34 left in the penalty as Boston takes the face-off, comes back into the corners, and deflected all the way towards the other end. Pressure is going to be there as Eastman goes to get the puck. And they're going to have control. Skating, looking for, waste some time, sends it the other direction and back. .105 left in the penalty as Wenatchee gets a change. And picked up by Flynn. Flynn with the shot, just off the post and to the left. Newsma to Underhill. Underhill taken down, puck goes to the corner, kept in on a great play by Newsma. Newsma steps up, shot deflected, off the foot of Parent, and back into the corner. Comes out to Fritz. We're going to get another whistle. And looks like a Wenatchee penalty on a hook. And Underhill's going to go into the box with 17:13 left in the second half on the hook. 35 seconds left in the Boston penalty. We'll be 4-on-4 till then. Scores 5-2 as we take this neutral zone face-off. Eisenbeis is going to take it. Dropped down, picked up by Parent. Parent sends it in, gives it right to Boston. Boston's going to skate around in behind the net. And they're going to come out. Skating it themselves through mid-ice, now back into the Wenatchee end. Lifted up, picked up by Newsma there, and trying to get it out. Stopped at the blue line by Boston. Back now towards the corner. In across the front, shot taken, and it goes in. Long pass from the bottom of the circle, comes in just in front of the blue line. Shot steps up into the high slot and puts one just under the bar on the left-hand side for the 6th goal for the Boston advantage. Continue to play 4-on-4 for 10 seconds as those penalties are still in play. Wenatchee with the puck, that'll be White. White steps towards the circle, gets by his man, tries to get a pass towards Flynn, and picks it up. Net goes off the post, we'll get a whistle, and another face-off. 5-on-4 hockey. 5-on-4 hockey for Boston with the 125 advantage on the power play. So the puck goes out, is dropped, and Flynn comes up with it. Flynn steps up into the slot, shot, and he puts it in. Flynn with a great play as he picks up the puck off the faceoff, skates over towards the slot, and backhands one into the net to make this a 6-3 game on the shorthanded goal by Drake Flynn. No assist on that as he takes the faceoff and picks it up. So score that one, Drake Flynn to Drake Flynn at 16:33 in the second half as he makes this a 6-3 game. 1:21 left on the power play for Boston as the faceoff comes back to Wenatchee initially, then picked up by the Boston advantage. Down in towards the corner they go, setting up their offense on this power play in front of the blue line in the point, skates it all the way across to the other side, now into the circle on the left. Back to the point. Shot dumped in, deflected by Measle, picked up by Flynn. Flynn sends it all the way to the other end, bouncing play, picked up by the goalie, and on a quick stretch pass, he goes to the blue line as Wenatchee's trying to get a change in. Boston with it at center ice, comes across. Top of the circle. Into the corner and back over towards the point. Moves in just in front of the blue line, sends it back the same direction, top of the circle, now to the other side. Steps up, deflected by Childers, and put to the top of the circle. Now sent down towards the corner, moves in. Good play there by Fritz. Steps up, pressure by Childers, he gets a stick on it, and Parent gets it. Parent has it blocked off, Nusma gets it blocked, it kept in the zone, and now we're out into the neutral zone. Good pressure by Nusma. As it goes the other way, stepped in the zone, deflected, good play on the back check by Nusma. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Trip in front of the net. And that'll be another power play for Wenatchee, as I believe it was Flynn stepping up as he gets tripped. And it'll be a full penalty box for the Boston advantage as they got 2 people in on 10-minute penalties and 1 on a trip. 15:01 left in the second half. As I'm sorry, I get distracted as the referee and one of the Boston advantage players are having words just in front of me. Childers steps in for the face-off, goes back to Boston. Boston retreats to their end. Taken off the board, comes back to Carter. Carter goes to Measle. Measle goes towards Childers and touched by Underhill and sent in. Pressure up against the board behind the net, comes out with it, comes Bartels. Bartels gives it to Measle. Measle back to Carter. Carter back to Measle. And a shot taken by Underhill right into the midsection of the goalie for the whistle. 14:34 left in the second half, 1:33 left in the penalty, score 6-3. Childers steps in, comes out. Wenatchee gets control, goes back to Carter at the point. Carter sends it to Underhill. Underhill back over to Childers. Childers steps up and comes around. Taken by Boston, but held in by Carter. Carter dumps it towards Bartels. Bartels settles it and back into the corner. Goes to Childers. Childers steps around behind the net, looks, and gets pinned up against the board. Out with it comes Wenatchee. And then gives right up to Boston. Childers on the back check. And Underhill's going to take control. Underhill skates it in himself, dumps it. And turns around. Puck goes all the way to the other end. And Eastman sends it towards Measle. Now with it is Carter. He gives it to Flynn. Flynn's going to skate past mid-ice. Dumps it into the zone. Parent's going to go pick it up. Boston has it, but Flynn does a good job. Gets back towards it. Battle into the corner. Out with it comes Flynn. Flynn gives it to Eisenbeis. A good play as Eisenbeis sends it up towards Parent. Parent takes a shot off the leg pad. Now we're back the other direction. In front is Flynn. Flynn turns around. Can't make the play. Fritz with the shot. Comes back out towards Nusma. Nusma is inside on the point. Gives it towards Fritz. Fritz can't gain control. We're into the neutral zone. Fritz gives chase. He turns around. Looks. Behind his net. Pressure. Comes out to Parent. Parent puts it off the board. And Flynn's going to take control. Shot taken by Flynn off to the right on the deflection and back the other way as now Boston on a good move gets in front of the net. Beliveau with the back check and it's stopped by Eastman. Puck's back into the corner. Goes out in front, deflected in front of the net by Wenatchee. Nusma now with it, goes into the zone, gives it to Fogelgren. Fogelgren steps up, takes the shot, and there's another shot by Nusma. Is deflected by the goalie off to the right now behind the net. Lifted up towards the Wenatchee end and comes up just from the right slot and puts another goal in on the left-hand side. 12:15 left to go in the second period and the score is now 7-3. After the goal, Childers steps in, take the face off. Comes back out to Boston. Boston sends the other direction. Dumped in by Boston, picked up by Lindbergh, and then taken by Boston. Over in the slot, shot taken, and it dribbles in. Shot taken from the left slot, bounces off a couple people, and I believe it comes up over the top of the glove as Young is in now. And I don't know if we had a goalie change or if I've been calling that wrong way the whole game, as we're now 8-3, and there's a goalie change as Eastman comes in, and I'm hoping I didn't make a mistake and have been calling this for the wrong person the whole game. I have to go back and look at the video as the puck goes back to Wenatchee. Wenatchee comes into neutral ice, taken by Boston, and goes back into the corner. 11:49 left to play in the second half. Flynn with a big hit, but Boston retains control of the puck. They've got numbers, and a good play by Eastman. Poke checks that stick, poke checks away as White moves up. Takes the shot, comes in off the goalie for Boston and over to the right. Eisenbeis with it, he's gonna skate it in. He's got White on the left, shot deflected over to the right. Boston takes it, neutral zone now. Shot taken into the glove of Eastman. He drops it down for White. White sends it to Foot. Foot loses it to Boston. Boston steps up into the circle. Shot deflected by Measle. Now behind the net, steps in front. And a big hit in front of the net as the puck comes out. And the net comes off the post. And it draws the whistle as Eastman was trying to get out in front. And we'll go to the left circle for a face-off. This time it'll be Beliveau. He'll have Foot and Fogelgren. Comes out, back into the corner, taken by Nusma. And in the circle, it's going to come out with it is Foot. Puck comes out, now Fogelgren with it. He sends it towards Beliveau. Bellevau's going to skate. tipped back into the neutral zone. In front of me is Nusma, and he gets it back into the Boston end. Belleville giving chase. Boston will get there first, tips it in behind their own net. And in the neutral zone will be Fogelgren. Fogelgren carries back in, down into the corner, gives chase. Boston going the other direction, sends it right to Fritz. Fritz turns around, goes to the ground, and there for the defense is Nusma. Shot taken up into the net on the deflection, and with 9:44 left to play, we'll get the whistle. Score is 8-3 in favor of the Boston Advantage with it 9:44 left to play as Childers steps in. He'll have Underhill and Bartels on his line. On defense will be White and Whitman. Faceoff goes back towards Boston, then picked up by White. White puts it off the board. It goes over and hits about 3 different players on the benches as it bounces up, and we'll get another whistle. Back into the Wenatchee end. Actually, they're going to call that one into the neutral zone. And Childers steps in once again. This time Wenatchee's going to control it. Goes back to Whitman. Whitman turns around, puts it off the board. Goes right to Boston, who sends it back the other way. Picked up by Carter. Carter behind the net. Comes out, gets it towards Underhill, but deflected back again behind the net for Wenatchee. Nusma gets it out towards Bartels. Childers touches it. Goes up to Carter, who gives it right to Boston. Bartels with it. He's going to move. Comes across the front. Carries it in himself. Dumps it into the corner. And out with it comes Boston. Boston sends it off the board all the way over to Lindbergh. Lindbergh sends it behind the net to Fritz. Fritz lifts it up towards Underhill. Underhill can't get on the puck as it bounces. Kept in by Childers. Childers steps up with the shot right into the glove of the Boston goalie. 8:35 left in the second half as Ott and Boston player come out after their 10-minute penalties and take spots on the bench. Ott's going to go out with Parent and Eisenbeis on this line change. Out in front of the net comes the face-off. Now behind the net, Parent's going to be there. He sends it towards Ott. Ott drops it to Parent. And out with it comes Boston. Boston sends it up on the board past Fritz. It goes all the way down. Excuse me. Yes, that is Fritz. No call on it. And Boston's going to take the puck down in the corner. Comes out. Nice play there by Fritz. Comes up to Ott. Ott's going to skate it down the right side. She gives it towards Parent. Back to Parent from Ott, and shots bounced off of the left leg pad of the goalie and off to the left. Boston lifts the puck up into the air. He hits a rafter, and we'll get another whistle. Flynn in for the face-off. He's got Foot and Belleville with him. Comes out. Boston's going to take the puck. Bounce it off the board, end up into the neutral zone. Boston takes control there, steps into the Wenatchee end. Top of the circle. And back into the corner. Now to the point. Shot taken, deflected off Foot, and back to the Boston end. Flynn with the hit right here in front of me. You couldn't see it, but the penalty box door comes open and both of them go into the box. Definitely some issues with that latch, as the door doesn't close very well. We're going to get a short timeout as they try to fix this door. And the refs come in. This latch still doesn't look right. Doors at an angle as Childers takes a face-off, goes to Bartels. Bartels steps up, and the puck is knocked away. Boston has numbers going the other direction. Knocked away by White, picked up by Bartels, trying to get it to Underhill, picked up by Whitman. Whitman sends it towards Underhill. Underhill gives it, can't get control, goes to Boston. Boston back into the corner. Goes the other direction. Now long stretch pass on this side, comes underneath me, and back into the corner and behind the net. Puck's picked up by Bartels, comes over back under the corner. Childers is going to chase it down, skating with it up off the board, and kept in. I don't know how that was kept in, but it was. As the deflection goes back off of Eastman. And a good play by Wenatchee, keeps it out of the open net. Another stop, this time by Eastman. Good play by him. Excuse me. And the puck is deflected into the corner. Boston with the shot covered by Eastman, and we'll draw the whistle. Parents face-off goes back to Lindbergh. Lindbergh back into the corner. Out with it comes Boston. Shot taken, deflected off the leg pad to the right. Second shot out in front. Now it comes back over towards the corner. Picked up by Eisenbeis. Eisenbeis sends it across. Glove save by Eastman as the shot comes in from the high slot. And we draw another whistle. 5:40 left to play in the second half. Score is 8-3 in favor of Boston Advantage. Parent with the face-off. Taken by Wenatchee, sent back into the neutral zone, and Boston's going to take control as they retreat into their end. Forechecked by Parent, now by Ott. Pass comes in toward the blue line and dumped in by Boston. Shot comes in from the left-right circle and right into the glove of Eastman for the whistle. Face-off goes to Boston. They send it back down into the corner. They're on defense as Whitman, as now we're pinned up against the board. Out with it comes Boston. Shot comes in off the backside of one of the players. Second shot goes off wide left, and the player comes in and hits the goalie, knocking the net off the post. And they're going to call a crease violation, I believe, and send it out into the neutral zone. Flynn with the face-off goes to Boston. Boston steps up. Defense. Poke checked by Eastman and taken by Wenatchee. Flynn now with the puck, skates through the middle, sends it over to Fogelgren on the left. Fogelgren gets taken down, and the puck goes into the corner. Puck comes flying up and out of play just off to my left, and we'll get another whistle. Childers in for the face-off. Comes back to Wenatchee. Underhill with the shot deflected up into the netting.
And they go to get another puck to reset this. 4:30 left to play in the second. Score is 8-3. Childers ready, comes back out, off the board. Wenatchee comes up with it. Underhill sends it back in behind the net, and Boston's going to take it control and try to move this one out of their zone. They're able to get it into neutral ice, and then they're going to have to retreat. Goes back to the other end. Childers is there on defense and gets to the neutral zone. Sent over to the left side. Shot taken off the crossbar and to the right. Comes into the point. Another shot taken. This time Eastman gets over, comes back again to the right, and now behind the net. Childers sends it over to the right side. Wenatchee on the defense. Knocked into the zone by Bartels and back to the Boston end. Childers trying to get there, almost gets the puck off his skate, but Boston keeps control. Sends it back under behind the net. So Wenatchee resets. And behind the net we go once again. Carter's there, along with Boston, and they're going to come up with it. Lindbergh now behind the net. Boston trying to wrap it around, can't make the connection. Underhill trying to get it out, can't do it. Shot taken, gloved by Eastman. And we'll get the whistle as we come to the left circle for faceoff. This time it's Parent. 2:51 left in the second half of this 8-3 game between Wenatchee Wolves and the Boston Advantage. Boston with the lead. Parent now with it, skates it into neutral ice, lifts it up towards the corner. Ott giving chase. He's going to get there first. Pinned up against the board. Out with it comes Boston. Boston sends it to the neutral zone. Ott's going to pick it up. Tries to get it to Eisenbeis. Eisenbeis has it taken away, and it's sent back into the Wenatchee end. Parent off the board, sends it in behind the net. And we're going to get a whistle. And Parent's going to go to the box for the cross check with 2:09 left to play. Flynn with the face off, goes back to Boston. Boston steps back in front of the net. They're waiting. Comes into neutral zone, sends it at the other side. And into the Wenatchee end. Top of the circle, looking. Now just in front of the blue line. Again in front of the circle, now it's going to go back into the corner. Boston with the opportunity. Good play by Flynn to send it back the other direction. Boston behind their net. 1:24 left to play. As they bring it out, come down across the blue line and into the corner. One minute left in this competition as Boston's skating into the neutral zone. Sends it in behind the Wenatchee net, picked up by Eastman. Eastman sends it towards the corner. Belivo's there. Can't get an angle on it through the netting, but Boston comes out with it. Out in front of the net, opportunity, good stop by Eastman. Childers picks it up, sends it down to the other end. 23 seconds left in the power play, 29 seconds left in this game. Boston in the neutral zone, they carry it back behind. Flynn on the pressure as it comes forward into the neutral zone. Boston back behind the net. Power play is over, and we're at the last 5 seconds of this game. Flynn with the puck, sends it down deep, gets it to Parent. Parent looks, and that's the end of the game. So that's the end of this game with this final score, 8-3 in favor of the Boston Advantage. We'll be back this afternoon at a different location as the Wenatchee Wolves are going to take on the Ontario Hockey Academy. So we get the obligatory handshakes here, and I'm going to see where we're going to be for the Wenatchee Wilderness game that's supposed to take place here in just a few minutes. Hopefully I'll be able to just stay right where I'm at. So that's the end of this game as the Wenatchee Wolves lose by a score of 8-3 to the Boston Advantage. And we'll be back this afternoon for what is likely our last game for the Wolves on our last road trip to the East Coast for the East Coast Elite League Championships. So we'll get back to you here in just a few minutes with the next game.